Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I logged out in St. George, further south, down here. I think, oh, not burning steps, but there we go. After completing various quests down here, above and below ground. And after that I flew to Bane, Strangleton Vale, in order to pick up a quest down here. It's this one, Whiskey Slim's Lost Grog. You have to pick up a couple of bottles, and it's those you can see here on the minimap. Further, I picked up two quests that are sort of non-elite that I'm missing out here in the Hinterlands, and I'll do those afterwards. The last of them that I'm gonna complete is actually gonna flag me for PvP, so the timing is pretty good here. I just woke up and yeah, it's 04:49, so it's probably not that populated up in the Alliance base, but you should never say never. Some people actually get a kick out of killing hardcore players more than anything, I think. And you can see this quest is actually flagged for PvP. Some of the other quests in this chain was flagged as well by Questy, but you don't actually get flagged. You do here though. Just to keep that in mind if you want to do the quest yourself eventually. Anyway, the bottles, the quest from Booty Bay, they look like this. I have to pick up 12. And I found out that usually was mainly due to if I was back in the day, I just remember this quest, I don't know why, but back in the day it was, if there was a high population, it could take a little while before these bottles sort of respawned, I think. And then I sort of found out that sort of behind the base, there used to be a lot of them, and no one else was sort of grinding these, so I'll just go ahead and take him. Naturally, this is a low pop server and not exactly there's not a exactly hard competition to get these bottles, especially not at the moment. There's nothing to this quest, and actually you could do it as level 1 if you could get here, because there's no threats here sort of um, behind the base of Raventusk village. Next up is saltwater Snapjaws. It's just killing the regular turtles. And I just explored the Forbidden Sea. I didn't even, because I was on the inside the map, I didn't see, well, it didn't award any experience. And that's the final one here. Oh, not true, there's even one down there. Some of them sure washed up on the sea here. Well, the beach. The green beach, let's call it that. Alright. 5 more to go. And yeah, to be honest, I think this quest, as it's awarded down in Booty Bay and Strangleton Vale, it's a go look. There are quests here as well, kind of quests, I think, for people that haven't played the game before. Um, there we are. Oh, there's one here as well. Oh, and what I did besides picking up the quest sort of off recording in Booty Bay, I picked up all the elites here in the Hinterlands. So you could say I'm ready now for whenever there's a group available. And usually it's well, it's not easy to get a group, but it's mainly due to the lack of numbers of people that are around level 50 uh, forming up as a group. But usually it's quests that people want to do. The melees can get a very nice trinket with extra attack power and stuff. And for the casters, there is a cape or a bag with, I think it's what I have currently equipped, 11 intellect, 4 spirit. I think it's something like 9 intellect and some stam and spirit, and so I think it's 9 spell power, something like that. So definitely worth the effort for a caster as well. So actually the bottles are a little harder to see here due to the tall sort of grass environment stuff. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna kill some uh, Snapjaws, and yeah, when I find the final bottle, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I'm just gonna buff up fully here with any kind of mana regeneration. And there's actually a bottle right here. I guess I had this sort of idea that if any bottles was ashore, then they would be very close, somewhat closer to the coastline, but don't think logic here, guys. So when I'm done with this quest and the PvP one as well, I'm gonna travel to Booty Bay to hand in this one. Naturally, I'm not gonna torture you with a very long flight down there from here to there. On the way, I might even sort of grind some. It's some quest item I need for. Now I'm just gonna have to find the quest, guys. It's for a quest down in Strangleton Vale. It's this one facing Nicholas. And facing Nicholas will require 10 barbecue buzzard wings and 5 bottles of jungle wine. The wine I can just buy down there for from a vendor, so it's no big deal. And I guess that's the only place you can get the wine. The what was it? The barbecued buzzard wings. I can cook them myself. It's a recipe I obtained when I was questing in the Badlands on this continent as well. And the quest itself, by the way, is an elite quest I did with some other guys at some point in Strangleton Vale. It's a level 50, 50 elite, but I think I should be able to handle it, and otherwise I'm gonna have to run away, and then, well, all I've really lost is just the time of getting these deposit wings, so that'll be fine. I think the quest about facing Nicholas, by the way, the one in Strangleton Vale, it started with there's a giant. He's sort of semi-rare outside the town of Booty Bay, and he will sort of announce his presence now and then by yelling in the main chat in the area that he's there and come get a beating or come get your sword or something. I don't know. He's yelling to someone, probably some NPC inside the Booty Bay. And then, yeah, if you can get a group, I think I soloed him actually. I don't recall for sure, but I think I soloed him on my priest. Yeah, well, a long time ago. But my priest has what's called, I think, levitate, a spell that will let you sort of walk on water until you take damage. And as he's 100% melee, that guy, at least from what I know, I just sort of kited him versus Booty Bay back then. It wasn't too hard, really. On the druid here, I didn't really get to think of it because there was sort of a group forming before I even got sort of near to wanted to complete the quest. And I think actually I was the only one in the group that actually knew that there was a quest out there, and like I said, we were like 4 or 5 guys assembling for another quest, so it was sort of optimum looking for that sort of rare NPC. Alright, so I think actually when I'm gonna do the PvP quest, I'm gonna use this spell for a change. So if there's some kind of pesky rogue that will attack me, I'm always sort of thinking out the worst case scenario. I think it's very, very unlikely, but you should never say never. And if it's a 60 rogue, I'm probably gonna die. Well, I am not probably gonna die. I am gonna die. There's nothing I can do about that, really. But if it's a somewhat lower tune, then at least I have a chance to run away. Run away. This will sort of instant yeah, sort of entangle any melee attacker in with boots. This in turtle, by the way, elite is yeah, it's a sort of quest by itself where you have to kill that certain turtle, sort of. And by the way, would I moan if I got killed in the PvP quest? Yeah, of course. because I've just lost my druid, which is the main content on my small YouTube channel here. But on the other hand, you know, I could just not do the quest really. I choose to do this quest, and I know I will get flagged for PvP. And PvP is part of the game, a very little part of the game, on these sort of PvE hardcore servers. So there's nothing to moan about really here. You know the conditions, and when they actually happen, and you get killed, then yeah, that's it. Naturally, I wouldn't like it, and it's not something I hope for. Definitely not. But yeah, it's like moaning about that it's raining or something like that. It's a thing you know that can happen, but and you can even be sort of prepared for it. I could call for a friend and have him standing there to some kind of high level, or I could find a 60 buddy and pay him a 100 gold for sort of being in ambush if anyone attacks me. There's a lot of options. I choose to do the cheaper one and do the quest at 0500. It's not why I got up here, it's just sort of random, but I work, by the way, 3 different shifts, so sometimes my sleeping rhythm is kind of screwed. But what I'm gonna do is hand in this quest, and I actually got a better fishing pole than the one I have, I think. Fishing plus 25, not bad. I'm gonna sell my old fishing rod. There you go. It's a quest item. Oh, crap. Yeah. So, off for PvP adventure. The quest is done up here in the Alliance base. And what I'm gonna do when I get up there is that I'm gonna go sneaky. I have a major advantage compared to, I think I've done it, yeah, I've done it on my priest before. The quest itself is about planting this pike here, of spear, whatever it is, close to the well um, in the village up there of Airy Peak. Airy Peak is sort of a special faction of the um, Alliance, like Raventusk villages for Horde. You I've noticed on Warhead that it says that you will get a reputation with when you complete quest for Raventusk village. It will give you reputation for that faction, and it's probably the same with the Lions when they hand in quest for Airy Peak, or whatever they're called up there. But it's not. It is not something you see in game, and there's no faction called Raventusk village. So yeah, I mean, there's no reputation to grind there, and it's just fine by me. Oh crap. Anyway, this I'm just gonna show you. As you can see, when I take a hit, the target that hits me gets entangled. So very nice of the Wolfie, and I'm actually gonna do the same in PvP. I'm just gonna run away. If there's some schmuck, then I might even, yeah, return the favor. As soon as I got people rooted that can't sort of vanish or uh, be nasty in some other way, I might actually even pick up a fight. If it's a level 60, I don't think so though. Any 60. So the best I can do is play, I think, defensively here, and um, that means um, plant the spear, and that action itself will make me flag for PvP. 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do after is I'm gonna still run away in travel form, or actually I might do this in cat form, and then sprint away in cat form, and as soon as I can go behind some kind of tree, and then use my hearthstone for Raventusk village. The quest is handed in down there. So I'm just gonna hand in the quest. The likelihood of a Alliance rogue hiding inside the town is, I'd say, slim to none, or more like none to slim. Um, and after that, how I usually drop PvP if I can't go stealth, because I sure won't. I don't enjoy being flagged for PvP. And like I said, I've seen actually level 55, 56 getting killed. He had. It's a couple of episodes ago. I probably talked about it. But I saw the name in Deathlog. It was like the Horde guy was killed like Sombo Mombo or something. It was a very odd name, and it was actually an Alliance player name. So it actually showed who the player that killed this guy on Deathlog. But like I said, what flags you for PvP is the actual action of putting the spear. You don't even have to be hit by guards. So it's 100% that you will get flagged. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna avoid the guards, because usually how you get flagged by being close to guards is that the guard hits you. If you get aggro from a guard and the guard doesn't manage to hit you, you're not gonna get flagged. Uh, and sorry, speaking about the guards, I'm just gonna scout them out. But to honest, I think there's one or two patrols up in the town that I wanna avoid. Initially, the quest looked kind of sick because it was like you had to put it in the middle of the town, and it's full of level, I don't know, mid 50 guards, something like that. And I didn't even know there could be a level 60 elite somewhere. It's not that unusual that there's one very high level guard. Um, but it's not that bad. I think it's one or two guards that I just have to sort of check out their um, patrol route, and everything will be fine. So I'm close to town now. Moment of truth. And it's a good way now that I'm scouting out the guards, just to scout out that there's not a full sort of alliance raid up here, waiting to kill my little owly ass. So as you can see, this is one of the guards. I'm just gonna mark him. And it would be awesome if this guy broke stealth and I got hit by this guy. That'd be great. So there's another couple of guards down there, all level 55. But to the best of my knowledge, you can avoid being flagged totally here. Yeah, nothing to see here. So the place where I have to put this pike is down here by the well here. So I'm just gonna do it, guys. There you go. And I'm now flagged for PvP. 5 minutes. I go stealth right away, so the chance that that someone saw that and actually sort of are going for me instantly and getting me out of stealth here is very, very slim. It's still like, it's not like I like it. So as you can see, the event itself is invaders, we're under attack, boys, get them. Yeah. So I'm gonna find a nice tree. Here's one. Hide behind it and take my hearth back to Raventusk village. This looks like a nice tree. I can stand behind. There we go. Sure, I could wait it out here as well if I wanted to. So now that I'm here, I'm just gonna hand in the quest. And just to show you a very easy way here to drop the PvP flag as soon as you get on a flying. On a taxi here, you will drop the the PvP flag right away. So notice when I click, you can see the flag here, the flagging will disappear. There we go. So what you could do if you wanted to continue questing and want to drop this is just fly to, say, the neighboring area, something like that. Anyway guys, quest completed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.